Hello there everyone, you know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit, Professional Dipshit, and before we get into today's video, special thank you to the fleet captains, the small community we have, and viewers like you. So let's get right into it. So why are people so tilted at Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk as of late? And let's get into it. So H1B, cheap foreign labor. Americans won't have jobs, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And of course, there's a meme with Elon Musk there. So, what is H1B visas? H1B visas are non-immigrant visas in the United States that allow employers to hire foreign workers for specialty occasions. You see, during America's founding during the 1860s, there was a very annoying thing that happened to the elites. The 13th Amendment that abolished slavery, not abandoned, but abolished slavery. So these people had to go back to the drawing board, and they came up with H1B visas. So of course, these are non-immigrant visas. So these are companies essentially hiring these foreigners for cheap labor, and if these foreigners get online, if they unionize, they can just fucking send them back to the country in which they came and get new people. They're easily replaceable and easily to control. It's not like these pesky unions that Americans do. It's not like these pesky union workers that demand fair wages and stuff like that. Now that's, depending who you ask, has gotten out of hand. But bye-bye workers unions, bye-bye labor unions, because this is a way big corporations are kind of going around unions, and in time unions are going to become obsolete because of big companies like Elon Musk, for example, starts using non-immigrant visas for specialty occupations. Now, specialty occupations is kind of bullshit because they just file out some form of application. So anything can be a specialty occupation. Now, Elon Musk fucking lied along with Vivek Ramaswamy. They said, oh, this is just for the high-class engineering and tech jobs. Well, we're going to get into that. We got some proof that it's not. But we'll get into that in a minute. So if you can see, this is Elon Musk's burg out when people challenge him on stuff. And I'll make this bigger. So the first one is, the reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H1B. Now, he made his company, well, that probably could be the case, but also made his company strong because he could hire cheap-ass fucking labor. Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face, because that's how you address, the people in the MAGA movement. I will go to war this issue likes which cannot possibly comprehend. Again, this is a guy who's close to a sitting fucking president telling the constituents who put him in power to fuck ourselves in the face. Again, this is funny. This is a guy who's multi-billion dollars, flies rockets in space, has an EV company, and he's addressing the plebes. This is how much hatred he has for us, and it's on full display. And of course, in this next one, this one's rich. Yes, and those contemptible fools must be removed from the Republican Party root and stem. Hey, Elon, when did you buy the Republican Party? You piece of shit. That's what I want to know. And I like how he says root and stem, like he's some kind of Game of Thrones character. But yeah, this is a guy who's close to the president. This should be concerning to people on the right, just everyone in general. So what an absolute fucking asshole. And he's been spurging out. People call him out on this. Because if you guys don't know why people are also mad at this, is because people voted for Trump and the Trump cabinet to put Americans first. Having your business save money on cheap foreign labor is not putting America first. You're hiring foreigners over Americans. And Trump's caucus and people wanted America to be put first. This is totally antithetical to America first. Yeah, it'll help companies make more money, but in the long term and the long run, American workers and the American people are second change, or just chump change to these people. Now, Elon Musk also called the people opposing him subtards, suburban retards, subtards. So again, this is him addressing the people who elected Trump as another slur. And he called everyone a racist too, because of course, if you want to put Americans first, regardless of your opinion, this instantly makes you a fucking racist. And we're going to get into more about this later. And here's Bannon. I have more respect for Bannon than I do anyone else. Because this guy is a hero of the people. He did time in jail for not ratting out other J6ers.
You're trashing of the MAGA movement. You're calling the MAGA movement racist. How dare you? The coalition now is starting to build. We have African Americans and Hispanic families, African American men, finally starting to red pill and awaken. And at that moment, you're going to throw the racism card out? Are you kidding me? You think we're going to tolerate that? We're not going to tolerate it. And I don't care. In that regard, I don't care how big a check you wrote.
And so I never believed for a minute that Elon Musk was a libertarian. He uses political movements that serve him whenever possible. I think he only cares for himself and his family. I don't think he could give two shits about Americans. Sure, he gave out free Starlinks to Americans in, hurricane damaged Appalachia. But he did that just to get his name out there. I think I don't actually buy him, because if he's made these like billions of dollars, he sure shit didn't get it, make that through the goodness of his heart. So right here, these are all the jobs that are average Joe jobs that are on H1B visas. You can look these up. So there's truck drivers, you have 7-Eleven cashiers. These are just low income jobs for Americans. Or so you have the Shining Plumbing Knights Incorporated. And then over here you have Sabi Jai LLC, Twin Seafood Groceries, Kuntai Restaurant, Highgates Hotel LLP. And if you look at the base salary there, it's amazingly low. Again, I don't know much about that figure, but these people aren't being paid shit. And this is all across the United States, and this isn't just for the, engineers or the tech field. This is businesses exploiting cheap foreign labor over the American people. Again, Vivek, Elon Musk, and Trump were supposed to represent America first, which Trump now is also back in this shit. So for me, in my humble opinion, this is the last year of fucking vote, because I consider this betrayal. And a lot of Americans are going to be hurt over this, and they could give a fuck less. They really don't, unless they address it. Of course, Blizzard Entertainment, H1B hiring, cheap ass foreign labor. What percent of new jobs have gone to white males in America from 2001 to 2024? And this says from 2001 to 2024, approximately 6% of new jobs added by the S&P 100 companies in the U.S. went to white males. So less than 10% of all the jobs generated. And of course, this is putting America first. And of course, McDonald's hires foreign H1BS, fires 70 American accounting staff, because, again, why should you pay these uninspired, mediocre Americans when you can hire cheap fucking labor? Because, that, again, pesky slavery was done away with the 13th Amendment after the Civil War. And so corporations, the ruling class elite, had to come up with fucking something to get cheaper labor and to save them more money while screwing over average Americans. And you know how Elon Musk was saying he's a freedom of speech absolutist? Now, I know Groypers are a special class of retard, but I will have to say they have the right to voice their opinion no matter how shitty it is. And what does he do? A gross blanket ban. And not only that, Elon Musk has been taking the verified badges, verified check marks of Laura Loomer and other people. So a guy who, again, said he was a free speech absolutist is now suspending, removing dissenting opinions, punishing people who voice against the H1B visa stuff. So Elon Musk, you're no different than Jack Dorsey at this moment. So again, Elon Musk, the free speech absolutist, is canceling the accounts, punishing people who speak out by removing their verification and their monetization. Again, Elon Musk, free speech absolutist. Here's the proof. And even censoring, removing, other people and anyone who dare voices against him. So he's worth $1 billion, but he's a thick-skinned bitch. That's just amazing. So here he goes. Musk calls H1B visas unrepentant racists. So just like the standard attack vector of liberals and the social justice, see, it happens on the right too. Here's this guy. His thin skin's been, scratched. His butt hurts. And now all of a sudden people who want to oppose him making and saving more money off of foreign slave labor, we're all unrepentant racists. And this one, our home is not your economic opportunity zone. Again, this is just my knee-jerk reaction, but I don't see how this is putting America first. Foreign labor, cheap foreign labor. That's the only thing Vivek and Elon care about is saving and making money off cheap foreign labor. And of course, this again, the blatant lies. They said this was just for engineering jobs and high technology jobs. I'll make this bigger for you. Okay, remember, this has to be hammered in because this is America first. Hiring cheap foreign labor for truck drivers, cashiers, plumbers, hotel companies, restaurants, probably fast food. Well, actually fast food are you? Because you saw that McDonald's fired a whole bunch of Americans. And now that I think about it, with H1B visa, you don't have to pay retirement. There's no retirement. There's no unemployment you have to pay. No pesky health care. So, again, America, this is America first, baby. Blizzard Entertainment, McDonald's there, and again, here's this graphic again. This has to be hammered home here. Elon Musk saying he's a free speech absolutist while banning every dissenting opinion, removing people's verification and their monetization, just like YouTube. So he's proven himself to be no different than Bezos, Zuckerberg, and everyone else. He's a technocrat oligarch. And again, if you oppose this, you're unrepentant racists. And again, these people like Vivek and Elon, they only give a shit about money. And I'm pretty sure there's warning signs. I'm pretty sure people warned me, but I just didn't listen like an idiot. And this has me questioning my entire support for Trump and his cabinet. We'll have to see in 4 years. And again, maybe this is just my current mental status. Not really. No one fucking cares. But anyways, I react. No one's gonna like my opinion on this and pointing this shit out. But it just seems to me that America first should be putting Americans first, instead of putting cheap labor and profits over the American people. I don't know. That doesn't sound like putting America first to me. But hey, maybe I'm just overreacting. That could be too. But, then again, if you close down the north and southern borders while flood it with cheap foreign labor, what's the point of even closing down the fucking borders if they're just doing the same thing other companies were doing with illegals in the first fucking place? Defeats the purpose of America first. But then again, my problem with my mentality, my soul and character is that maybe I get too passionate about this shit. Maybe I just care too much. And I know that sounds like a gay liberal thing to say, but after seeing this unravel in real time on Twitter and seeing Elon Musk betray his freedom of speech absolutism so quick over opinion and people riffing. Yeah, there's some people being racist assholes, but that's still the freedom of speech. You can't pick and choose, bud.